What if one conversation could fuel your entire marketing strategy and completely transform how you grow your business? Welcome to the Kent Business Show. I'm your host, Rachel Bryant, where we share the stories behind the businesses powering Kent. And in this episode, I sit down with Ben from Your Video Team, a video podcasting agency helping businesses turn conversations into content, authority, and long-term growth. Ben shares the journey behind Your Video Team, from starting with photography after buying a camera on honeymoon to building a wedding business, navigating uncertainty of COVID and pivoting into corporate video and ultimately specialising in podcasting. Along the way, we explore the real challenges of running a business, working as a husband and wife team and learning through the failures that shaped their direction. We also dive into why video podcasting became their focus, how one piece of content can generate hundreds of marketing assets, and why long-form conversations are becoming one of the most powerful ways for businesses to build trust, authority, and visibility. This is a conversation about growth, learning, partnership, and building a business that evolves with purpose while helping other businesses do the same. So, whether you're a Kent business owner thinking about starting a podcast or simply looking for inspiration from a local business journey, this episode is packed with insights and practical takeaways. Let's get into it. So Ben, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much for having me.
Wow, it's a bit different. Welcome to the Kent Business Show studio.
Thank you very much. I am looking forward to being on here and sharing what we do.
Indeed. So, let's just dive straight in. Your Video Team, I feel like it's does what it says on the tin. Is it what it says on the tin? Are we Your Video Team?
So we are a video agency that helps businesses show who they are online with social media content, and working with their marketing agencies, and we strive to be their video team for them, so they don't need to worry about anything else when it comes to video. I
like it, their video team. I can feel like people say my video team, our video team, but your video team.
Yeah, get that quite a
lot. So tell us about your video team then. Let's start at the beginning. Where did it come from? How did it originate?
So, blimey, a long time ago now. We worked it out to be about 13 years ago that it started. It went through different names and stuff before that. So, when our son was born, our son, are we?
Okay, so we're just gonna smash that boundary, right?
So me and Rachel got married.
So Ben and I are a husband and wife team. We run Your Video Team together. I'm trying, but obviously I host the Kent Business Show and we produce their podcast for them, right? So what do? We do podcasting.
Yes.
Video podcasting. But not everyone has heard our story, so...
Yeah, so back in 2011, you and I got married.
We did.
We flew to Australia for our honeymoon, and then on the way back from Australia, we were in Singapore for a few hours. So I bought a camera for you, didn't I?
For
you.
For me, yes. For you bought me a camera.
Yeah, which you never touched.
I don't think I had the opportunity.
So yeah, I bought you a camera for me, and
because we were married, what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine, right?
Went and started doing a bit of photography. Had our firstborn just after Christmas in 2012, and
boy, did you take a lot of photos then.
In a day, which was
the literal day he was born. There are photos up till about half an hour before he was born.
Yeah, and then 5 minutes.
5 minutes after he was born. Yeah. It was me like holding him, and you like, yeah. That was the start of
that was the start. As I was doing photos throughout that year, somebody was like, "Why don't you start it as a business? You can do wedding photography." I was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be fun and easy." It's not fun and easy. It was very much hard work to photograph a wedding. It was terrifying. I thought it'd be like a really simple thing to do, but very quickly realised.
It's a lot of pressure to capture the most important day for some people.
Yeah, no, I was quite a timid, shy flower back then and wouldn't talk to anyone. So when it came to that was a very quick first kiss, I guess I've just missed that or whatever. And then...
But also, let's not forget at that point, you were the stay-at-home dad. Yeah. I had a career at the time, so this was all kind of in between you being a full-time dad.
Yeah.
And running the household.
Yeah, and I fully taught myself how to do it.
Yeah.
I learned photography through YouTube, learned how to edit through taking time to edit, starting on the worst possible program of iPhotos. And then, just gradually got better and more used to it as time went by. And then in 2015, I think it was. Yeah, so 2013 shot my first wedding. 2015, I started doing video for weddings.
And weirdly, I say weirdly, by that point I'd gone back to my job, which I was full-time, long hours. I mean, I'm not afraid, I was a police officer, so very mismatched hours, overtime at the drop of a hat, all of those sort of things. So you were holding down the household for us, alongside also having you had a part-time job as well. Yeah. So this was a hobby that you were just playing with and would earn you a bit of pocket money.
Yeah.
But then it became, I was earning enough of an income where it became your career, what was going to become your career, or has become.
Eventually, yeah.
And our second son came.
Yeah.
We transitioned into having 2 children, and you transitioned from photography to videography.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So we started filming weddings because I thought, I've got all the stuff. This would be nice and easy. I've done the stress of photographing weddings. Turns out it's not easy either. I have a massive panic about microphones and audio and recording and stuff like that. And everything back then was had to go up to the person, hit record, go to the next person, hit record, go to the next person, hit record on the sound on that camera, on the sound on that camera. Make sure I've turned these microphones on. I'd have 6 or 7 microphones going at any one time to try and make sure. And then I'd have a camera that would just record it as the camera is set up, and not putting extra microphones on it to make it sound better. And I've had to use that because all my other audios got corrupted by some sort of phone signal or something that was going on.
Yeah, the good old days when you get
yeah, so sound and audio has been something that I've kind of panicked about on weddings. When it comes to filming them, I was quite happy to do that. But the audio, you'd see me 10 minutes before a ceremony start, my pulse rate starts going up and I'm running around going, just got to make sure they're all turned on. And then just as the ceremony starts, I'll do one more whip round.
One more round.
That's still a habit that I have today, so
yes,
I'll always go back.
And if I really want to annoy you, I could go, is this?
I'll shut your face. It's not.
I mean, I was like, oh God, what have I done now? Okay, so that's when...
I have got 3 other devices capturing this audio as well.
There is so much here capturing audio. Audio is your vice, right? Lighting is your passion. You love lighting things.
Yeah, I love that's the closest thing you get to painting when it comes to videos is the lighting. So making shapes appear and showing different dramatic scenes. Well, not every scene's dramatic, but you have
adding
high
drama.
Key, low key, adding drama, making it cinematic, making it almost feel like a sitcom or like a TV show. That there's many different things you can do with lighting if you
enjoy the lighting.
Yeah.
You don't enjoy the audio.
I do enjoy the audio. It's just that I
scarier.
Yeah, I always have to make sure that it is going and going and going.
So, and at that point, that's when you were in it. Then this was
2017.
2015, I left my job, career.
I left unemployed job and just went full-time self-employed.
And I became the mum at home.
Yeah. And we pushed weddings and stuff all the way up till COVID. We were doing other stuff as well.
Oh, of course. Sorry, that makes it sound like I forgot what we were doing. But yes, you're right. So you had that business, but out of leaving the police, I then created an events
An
company.
events company, yeah.
And we worked together on those two companies side by side.
Yeah, and we've done a range of different events. So obviously a lot of weddings and stuff like that. But we also done parties, family parties, Christmas parties, and I'd invested into like on-site printing studios as well. So we'd do like a Christmas party and we'd sell prints of a night and things like that.
We had our family fun days where like we hired out Lim Castle, didn't we, and ran a princess and hero training day and had all the superheroes and training. We did all of that.
Yeah, that was crazy the amount we could do.
Day.
Things we could do when we were young and had the energy. But yeah, they were fun to do as well. And then COVID all happened and things like that just couldn't happen anymore.
We weren't allowed to see people.
No, we weren't allowed to hang out with people, not allowed to do events. So all the weddings that we had stopped. I remember we had 1 month where we took in like £12 as a household. And we're like, oh, how is feeding our children going to happen? But we managed to scrape through.
Did it?
And fortunately, a couple of months later, places were trying to trade and stuff like that. But we done an event with Coca-Cola back in 2019, and they asked us if we'd be able to help them film some videos to make them COVID safe. So we ended up doing that. And
well, they had to open their factory, right?
Yeah.
Under COVID guidelines, and what very quickly transpired is how do you tell someone how a factory with thousands of workers is going to work,
loads of employees,
coherently, cohesively, in a way that they all understand.
Yeah, and also in a way that's not going to have everybody together in one room.
Yeah. Like, we're all going to get together for this big conference to tell you how we can't work together. It's not.
Yeah.
So they approached you about creating theoretically a COVID safety training video as to how they would run the factory on a one-way system and everything. And we went for the day and recorded in a somewhat empty factory how they were going to work. And that was the beginning of B2B work.
Yeah, because it turns out when you work with corporate companies, they pay you what you ask and they pay you quickly.
They pay you, because, and that's not dissing weddings in a way that weddings are planned 18 months to 2 years in advance.
Yeah.
They pay in installments. They pay normally we would have had full payment 3 months prior to the wedding, but 9 times out of 10, most of our weddings are paid probably a year in advance.
Yeah, and like there's things, especially since COVID, things that like the energy increase in pricing and stuff like that. Like,
so what you charged 2 years ago to when you get round to doing the job, you're like, ugh, it
doesn't work anymore. Those prices don't
spend that money.
So working with corporates, it means that our prices are relevant to the times as well. So it has been a big change. But then, we changed everything from Ben Bryant Film and Photography to your video team when we started doing corporate work from around about 2022. I think officially the name all changed.
Yeah, it would have been.
It. That's where we are. Since then, we've invested in some studio spaces to...
But I didn't come back, I didn't start with you then.
No, you didn't actually, no.
I went back to employment.
Yeah, you got a proper job, didn't you? You got a grown-up job.
All right, Mum.
You got a grown-up job and became a restaurant manager, and in fact, you've done you've done 2 restaurants, and you've done.
I was a corporate event. I was a business events manager.
Yeah.
Is that my title? I don't know what my title
Something
was
like
back then. Yeah, but I managed a team, and we managed events across various hotels. Across the UK, to be fair. Yeah. And then I went on to run a restaurant for.
Yeah, and while you were doing those proper jobs and keeping the house bills up, I kind of really started pushing again to get business in. Done the work with Coca-Cola, done some continuous work with a cybersecurity company where we helped them do their onboarding training, their hybrid working training, some content for them to share for job interviews, which got nominated for awards against companies like Sainsbury's, Barclays, some other big, massive names compared to the size of content that we were doing. So I was really chuffed to hear that my videos were getting recognised like that. And then we kind of started going all in on it for a year. And
Well,
then
there
you
was a
joined
trend we saw, wasn't there? So although I was in full-time employment, I was obviously absolutely supporting what you did and wanted to, in any way I could, through the household as well. But what we were noticing was this moment where you would do all the marketing and you'd get a great job and it'd be amazing. But obviously while you were doing that job, your focus was there and the marketing would disappear.
Mm-hmm.
You'd finish that job, all done, great. But it was like this plummet of like, we've got no income again.
Yeah.
What's going on? Then you climb that hill and marketing is the most important thing by far when it comes to business. If you're not talking about yourself, you're not telling anyone about yourself, you're not going to get...
Mm-hmm.
So you'd go back to doing all the marketing, get the job, plummet, because there wasn't that consistency.
Yeah, it was only me who was doing it, and I'm doing every step of it. I'm trying to do the marketing, do your social media, do the content, film myself, then I'm filming someone else, then I'm editing all their footage, then I'm sending it to them, and
it was a whole new era for us for you in managing business to business. It's very different business to consumer because you're just putting it out there, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like where you go into this freelance role. So being a wedding videographer, I was very much in control of everything. Like my timelines are this is this. So if I'm in a busy period, they know it's going to be 12 weeks before I get the video edited because I do everything for it. And then when it came to corporate work, you're hitting deadlines and you're actually just getting more bosses when you're a freelance videographer and shooter and editor and stuff like that. You just have more bosses, so things get a bit tight. You have to have things done, otherwise it's impacting their development, their marketing, it's impacting their training and their staff. So yeah, you have to work harder, and it created longer days, but the pricing came with it as well, so it kind of balances out in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Although I still get told I undercharge, so
hey ho, we charge what we are comfortable charging and need to right now.
Definitely.
So that's it. You've decided from that point. Your video team is born. It's going to be corporate.
Yep.
We're going to go forward.
Yeah.
We've seen this going up and down, and so the decision is made.
Yeah.
You need to hire someone.
Yeah. And you volunteered. And it is very much a volunteer role, so I appreciate that.
We enjoy working together. We do enjoy working together, don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
And we but know our strengths. I say and weaknesses. We very much know what we're good at.
Yeah, you're really good at telling me what to do.
Yeah.
And I'm really good at defying it. No, it's great. I love it. I think working with you is the best part of the job, really, at times. Sometimes it can be really stressful.
You got stuck up to this lot, like.
Yeah, but it has its challenges as well. You're in my pocket all the time. You can't leave me alone, and you fear missing out on things, so you have to come to every shoot.
Yes.
But
I'm learning. I'm getting better at that because I get to the shoot and I go, "Cool, we're here now. Now what?"
Yeah, because there's certain things that I struggle with, like feedback and stuff from customers. Well, I don't struggle from it, but like sending the stuff to them and waiting for the
You're not good in that waiting period.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice having that. I've done it. I've sent it to you. Now you have to send it to them.
Yeah,
so
very much.
Breaking that middle part. So I think there's an element that you get too passionate about stuff that you create. So having that break of it goes to you, and not that you care less, but you can see it from the customer rather than where I see it from the videographer and editor side of things.
Yeah, very much so. And I think we know where we are. There are still things we know what we're missing as well.
Yeah, and I think this is quite still relatively new learning. Again, we still have elements of this.
Yeah, very much so.
At the moment, and we know that we need to concentrate a lot more on our marketing as well to stop that. But also, there's a lot of things that we just can't be doing ourselves.
And it's very much like one of the biggest lessons, and it's different in. I feel like I'm going blah, 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 right? So one of the different things about a couple working together or friends and partners, that side of things working together, is who's the boss. And the thing is very quickly
I'm not saying you're the boss on here.
But in that sense, that's the problem, isn't it, right? If I was to hire someone off the street, I'm the boss.
Yeah.
If you were to hire it, like if we were to hire anyone, we're the boss.
Yeah.
And boss is probably the wrong word. What we needed to find was our roles within the business.
Yeah.
And the way we've sort of moved forward in describing it is like the business is a tree trunk, and that is your video team, and we're just two different branches off of that, and how we fuel and feed that main branch, that main trunk of the branch of the tree. And when it comes to anything in relation to the tech side of skills, hiring of people, equipment, outsourcing to editing, things like that, I'm not getting involved.
Mm-hmm.
That is your job. You are boss of that. My job comes under other areas when it comes to things like the networking side of things, the marketing of, right, this is what we need to put out there, this is the message, the customer relations, that side of things that's my role. You're not fluffy, I'm fluffy.
No, I don't have time to be fluffy.
So what?
Someone sent me a video today and you're like, don't just send them a thumbs up. I was like, but that gives them all the answers they need.
It doesn't. Like,
job, well
oh my
done.
God, if I was that, and that might for that person, that's what's really funny. But in my head, I'm like, if I just received a thumbs up, I'd be livid. Like, what? Like, did you like it? What's the word? You know, things like that. And that's it. I'm like, just add that extra line of communication. Looks really good, mate. Thanks for sharing with me. So, but anyway, so what is it about having a partnership that allows the business to move forward?
There are gaps that each other. Well, there are times when I'm struggling and don't know where to focus and can't figure things out, where I can ask you the question, at least ask you the question, and have someone else to share the burden. And it might, although you don't understand the techie stuff, you decide to go, but imagine if it done this kind of thing, and it could fly in from here, and then you could have these pop up here, and then this can come like this, which is a lot of your stuff to me when it comes to video. And I'm like, I mean, I could do that. And 9 times out of 10, I end up doing the big flashy thing. But sometimes I just can't envision it, and need to have that help with envisioning things, or kind of going, how do I break this project down? I've got these videos to do, and this video to do, and that video to, how do I break that down? So it's kind of adding a structure to my free-flowing day.
Well, also not always free-flowing, is it? You'll have a project that you're doing, and you're like, right, I'm going to get lost in that project, but actually knowing how you work, it's not always beneficial, because you'll be really productive for the first 2 hours, and then for the next 2 hours you'll do half the amount of work. So sometimes it's better for me to go, we have these 3 projects on the go, can you do this from this one, this one from this one, this one from this one? And then it keeps your interest throughout the day, which means your productivity on 3 projects becomes...
Yeah, and that's
so
the same with every
forward.
aspect of the business as well. It's not like it's just video editing and filming. It is like doing the accounts, just planning our schedule. I'm trying to think what other job roles there are in the business. I don't do that many of them.
But you did it back to me the other day, is like, I have a to-do list and immediately get my overwhelm, like hits me the very first thing I do when I sit down. I'm like, oh my God, there's so much to do. And you were said to me, right, what's your top 3 priority? Once I'd put a 1, 2, 3 next to those things, by 11 o'clock I was like, can I go home now? I've done those things.
Well, when I worked in restaurants, so there was always priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, and that's clients now, or customers now, customers who are in later that day, and the customers that are there tomorrow. Like, that's how your priority. So you're not going to go ahead and start preparing bread dough for 2 days' time when you need to feed the people that are in there now, which is it's the same process that I do. I'll go, right, the priority one is get these projects out. This podcast is a weekly episode. We've got to get this done for it. So concentrate on that one episode, and then I can go on to priority two, which might be that same client but next week's episode, or it's the next client after that, which might be their VIP day.
There's a lot of learning that you've spoken about, and I feel there was one pivotal moment, one pivotal point that we talk about when we come to where we are now in the business. So what would you say that is for us, for your video team? Because you don't offer everything now. We can do any video. We've got a video camera, we've got the lighting, we've got the sound equipment. Someone says, can you do? Yeah, we can. And you're bloody brilliant at it. But that's not your focus now.
No. No, my focus is video podcasting. Podcasting is one of my favourite things to do. It's favourite thing to consume. That and YouTube video. So long form content. But yeah, we specialise in video podcasting, and making that change for the business means that we are, and everyone looks at us as an expert in that field. We are the go-to business in Kent for podcasting as well. So much so we're having radio shows come to us and start using our space as well. So yeah, and it's great. I love it. It's brilliant to hear people's stories, what they can teach. I mean, I know almost everything about family law, accountancy, mental health, running in businesses,
menopause,
yeah.
You're my menopause advocate.
Yeah, I keep asking if it started yet, but yeah, I get to hear these stories every time. And like, it started off doing social media, and it was all kind of, how can you garner attention quickly and keep people's attention for every 3 seconds? And I got to the point where I was like, I don't enjoy doing short form. I just don't enjoy doing it. I don't like trying to capture. There's people who can do that so much better than me, and I would always
capturing a
recommend them.
trend.
Yeah,
is like, because of the work you were doing, you're always a week behind on the trend.
Yeah,
and it just felt like, well, we never got into it because we could never deliver it.
No, and all I want to do is show people as an expert at what they do. So a podcast, and actually make them build genuine relationships with who they want to serve. And the podcast is the best way to do that. So.
Well, we're going to come into how the speciality of podcasting came about.
Okay.
So we're going to run over to the sponsor, and we're going to speak about, when we come back, about how one of the biggest failures for the business ended up being our biggest success. Welcome back. I'm still here with Ben from your video team. Slightly, you're just a bit cheeky, you, aren't you? Like, so
I'm really professional.
Yeah. So before we jumped over to the sponsor, I alluded to the fact of the biggest failure becoming the biggest success. And it's funny, isn't it? Because we all talk about, like, you get told in business, celebrate your wins, do this, da da da. And wins are amazing, and you absolutely need to celebrate them. But if you're doing the same thing all the time, you're not learning anything necessarily. I feel like we've learnt a lot in business, but we learnt through failures. How did we get to where we are now from starting your video team?
Well, like I said, 'cause come through COVID, we were doing training videos, we were doing corporate stuff to make their businesses successful, and a lot of stuff was short form content that was starting to come as a massive rise, especially through COVID and TikTok and things like that.
So when you say short form, obviously I know what you mean, but what's short form content?
So it's your Instagram reels. Back then it was things that were like 30 to 60 seconds, if that long at all. Nothing was longer than 60 seconds back then. They've obviously got longer, up to like 3 minutes now on reels. I think you post 10-minute reels, but they don't necessarily show up on reels as much. But yeah, it's short form is that really short. Used to be TikTok dancing and
it's seconds long, isn't it? Really?
Grabbing, yeah.
I mean, we would garner it up to 90 seconds is short form
now
content. But also then it becomes long form. Like in the industry world, you have short or long form.
Yeah.
We, as your video team, when we talk about, we also have medium form content.
Yeah. So traditional short form content is up to 90 seconds. It's a portrait shot, so it's taller than it is wide, and yeah, you're skipping through them with your thumb. Probably not even paid attention to half of them, let alone remembered who was in them or what was said. Long form is anything over, well, everyone else would say short form is 0 to 3 minutes. Long form is 3 minutes plus. But we go, you got short form up to 90 seconds, medium form, which is 90 seconds up to about 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you've got long form, which is 6 minutes plus, and probably from 15 minutes plus is...
I was going to say, I think even for us, that medium form content has changed. Now when we do our bite-sized podcasts, when we do your video team on the road, those interviews are really, we aim at 7 minutes. But
yeah.
But we can push it to 10. And I would say anything sort of 3 to 10 minutes is that medium form content.
Yeah, people underestimate how much they can say in 7 minutes.
Well, very much so.
Which is quite funny to, like, I don't know what to say, what do I do? Just have a conversation and see what comes out.
Yeah, I can't say anything in 7 minutes. You'd be surprised. Yeah, absolutely. So what led us down the road of podcasting?
So, I mean, many moons ago, I got into Diary of a CEO and Chris and Rosie Ramsey's podcast, SMAR, which I enjoyed, and lots of business ones. So Nick Bradley's podcast about business growth, Alex Hormozy, Gary Vaynerchuk, like loads of
Mel Robbins
as well.
I think we listened to a lot of audiobooks, didn't we?
Along with that, audiobooks as well was something
as
that
well.
we listened to. Entertaining ones, again, like I mentioned Smart, but obviously, I say obviously, it's only obvious to me because I listened to it. But Rob and Josh Beckett, Parenting Hell as well.
Oh, of course.
So there was lots of podcasts that I listened to and loved it, and I wanted to give it a go. And watching with Diary of a CEO, that was a video podcast, and I was like, that's great. And I've got all the stuff to do that from our wedding days. I've got microphones that we can use. I've obviously got the cameras because we're doing video content. So I came to you with a great idea of, let's start a podcast. And you're like, what's it going to be about? I was like, everything. Everything that we do. We're a family-run business. We do family things. We are married. We do couples things. We have our business, so we do business things. We've got so much stuff that we will talk about, and everyone will listen because we're on a podcast and it's great.
We're going to be millionaires.
We're going to be millionaires in no time. We're going to look at this Stephen Bartlett. He's smashing it.
This dude over here.
Yeah, and then it was like we set it all up. It was fantastic. We had it all looking nice and lovely in your mum and dad's conservatory because it was the most like.
Heavily extended.
Oh yeah, room. Heavily glazed extension. Sorry. And then got the wedding mics that I had, but we went, oh, we'll handhold them, that'd be fine. And yeah, we recorded it, and then it came to editing it, which I didn't mind editing long form content. Wedding ceremonies are long form content. Multi-camera editing as well, not got a problem with. But the audio, my one vice was absolutely shocking because we had handheld microphones and you and I were very much animated speakers.
We are. So
listen, everyone, and it can be absolutely, and we do all,
You bang it on the table.
Yeah, and
and then we did that bang.
Yeah, and then the dog will walk in front of the camera, and because I think we only done one camera setup to begin with, to be honest.
One angle, you mean?
Yeah.
I think we just do a wide like this one, and
hopefully
this is your opportunity now to edit to that one. But yeah, you do a wide where we're both in shot.
Yeah, and we spoke like over the table to each other, and like the conversation itself, we enjoyed it, but it was hard for anyone to listen to. And I think the biggest learning is I very much quickly figured out the audio needs to stay the same throughout. Yeah. The level of it needs to be consistent throughout. And
then from there, we learned very quickly about. We fell down a wormhole, didn't we?
Yeah. So we done 6 episodes, I believe, in the first series of it, and then we done 1 episode in the second series, and then the third series never came around. And in fact, I don't even know if we actually done the second series episode. We just done a trailer, and I know that because I found it today. Yeah, we just sat there and like, okay, our audio did get better. We were like, okay, these mics can work, but let's put them on a little tripod and leave them on the table.
Yeah.
And then we found out that lots of banging on the table, like the smallest thing, like we finished a drink.
Well, I wear a lot of bangles.
Yeah, put the drink down, big bang, bangles, tapping, like went through all the stuff. So we were like, okay, what can we do next? Oh, let's have a lapel mic. Okay, so then we plugged a lapel mic. But we didn't really want it showing so much, so we had it hidden under our tops, and then you heard all this rubbing and stuff, which was, again, a little bit frustrating. And then we were like, why is nothing happening with this podcast? Like, we've fixed all these little things, like the audio side of stuff. The camera looks good. I can do, like, that was fine. But the audio was the thing. We fixed it. But why is nobody watching it? Why is it not growing? Why are we not millionaires yet? And that was what kind of went us down an even deeper rabbit hole, and we learnt about creating with meaning kind of mentality.
Yeah.
So we went, let's talk about everything. No one wants to listen to everything you've got to say.
And I think very quickly you can learn that within a conversation, despite starting on a topic, you can have those tangible moments, but it's then coming back to...
but that's storytelling. If you're going off having a tangible moment, that can be a storytelling. Like you want to teach someone something, and you can embed it more if you can show them a story arc.
Yeah.
So if I was talking about the microphones themselves, I'd want a story arc. So these were the things that we were facing. We now have professional microphones, and we can tell you about the issues that we had. So me telling that story meant that that's how we learn, and this is how we fix. And the fixing result is what you hear now and see now and know is much better and improved. So that's those tangible arts can be in there, but the structure of the episode should be. We didn't have any structure to anything we've done before. We didn't commit time to it the way that we should have. We go, what are we going to talk about? Well, I think every episode was like, haven't planned anything. What are we going to talk about? I don't know. What did you do this week? I've done the same thing as you because we were together.
Yeah.
And it just became a graph where now we do a podcast. We go, this is the topic. We're talking about podcasting on LinkedIn. We're talking about goal setting with a podcast, how we are growing our business, meaning how we can teach others to grow theirs.
And that's not just our podcast, that's what we teach our partners now, isn't it? And our clients and stuff, and say, okay, so what is the purpose of your podcast? And there's this overarching, what is the purpose? Are you here just to have views? Are you here to get likes? Or are you here to sell, to teach? You know, podcasts can be used for so many different reasons. So what's your overarching?
Yeah.
And then, okay, let's break that down into seasons, quarters. And again, it doesn't stop. It's not like you do 12 episodes and then you stop. It's not that sort of season. It's just divide it in your head and then weeks and things like that.
And there are different ways that you structure your podcast, whether you're doing interviews, having conversations, whether you're doing a solo episode, whether you're doing group efforts. And you can go down any theme of podcasts. We do podcasts for businesses, and a lot of these business owners are like, oh, I want to start a podcast. Oh, what kind of podcast do you want to do? Oh, I'm going to do an interview. Oh, so you're going to interview people about what? Oh, I'm going to ask them about them. But what does that do for your business? You're the business here, so you don't necessarily want to have an interview podcast because you want them to learn from you as well. So if you're going to do an interview, fine, do an interview, but have a reason for them to ask you a question. And make that a point. If you're coming onto here, I want you to come with a problem that we can that my skills will help you. So if I'm conducting an interview podcast, and of course this is a business podcast, it is an interview podcast, but this is very different because of the Kent Business Shows, because of their ethics, the team behind them.
Yes.
It is, we want to share businesses in Kent story, and that's why you do what you do. You sit here and interview people about who they are, what they do, their journey, where they're going. So it's kind of, it makes sense because there's nothing else to gain from it other than the next person wants to share their story and be seen in front of the people that.
Ultimately, what this podcast is about, who I'm interviewing is about you today. The goal within that is to have people come to the Kent Business Show every year, either as an exhibitor or as to wander around as an attendee. So there is that underline there, but then also to come on the show and tell people about your business.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity to do that. So it's not about me, it's about the Kent Business Show.
Yeah.
And that's the goal. But we know that, and I know that when I structure this, is I'm not in how and what I'm asking you, how it's going to benefit you, because you are my purpose on here. People will understand, I want to do that because I want to get my purpose out there.
Yeah, and the listener does get to hear stories, see themselves in the people that you're interviewing, and they can go, wow, I want to be like that, or I want to learn from them. I want what they have to offer. Yeah. So there's a benefit for it. But a lot of businesses do create this kind of podcast for like the family law firm that we worked with. Okay, they got people who were in the law industry, but she was just asking them about their stories, their expertise. She wasn't necessarily getting a chance to say her side of the story.
No.
And that's what I spent 3 months trying to change the mentality of, and go, you need to start making them bring a question to you.
Yes.
Or you need to start having an opinion.
Or resonating, anecdoting, and similar to. And again, I know very well this is slightly different because we are one business here. But in other interviews I've done, you'd see that I go, oh well, I interviewed Teresa Dupay from Waves, Wills and Legacies, and I asked her the question about what her advice would be in telling children and things like that. But that come from me then being able to say, well, because when I was growing up, my parents told me about their will and things like that. So it was an anecdote, and some of the anecdotes she gave about her family and things like that, and about clients she's worked with. There's that resonation there that would then have people go, oh, these are real people. Yeah. It's not Stephen Bartlett, who I couldn't imagine meeting and sitting with.
But the people that he meets, they do have stories where you can vision yourself. So there's people that I very much pick and choose who I listen to now from Stephen Bartlett, because there's just some of the topics that he talks about I have no interest in, and I won't just watch it for the sake of watching it. But if you get someone like Gary Neville on there, okay, he's a footballer, but he is a brilliant business person, someone worth listening to, and he's had a totally privileged life as a footballer upwards. And before that, he had a relatively normal life before he became a footballer. So it's quite interesting to hear. But there's also people who have come from council estates and created millions. So the guy who runs Gymshark, he started off just, he went to the gym and went, there's nothing that I want to wear when I go to the gym. I'm going to make my own thing. And he started learning how to sew, learning how to knit, and then created a business through that, which is now a multi-billion-pound business. But he tells you that story, and it's great to go, his starting point was Birmingham, and now he's
Yeah.
where he is.
He's step 100, but I'm on step 2.
Yeah.
But you can be on a step 100. You can get to
Yeah.
You've just got to
And
keep stepping.
everyone's somebody's step 100.
Yes.
You can guide them through
We
it.
meet people and we're like, oh my gosh, like, but that's because there's other step 100s ahead of us.
But there's also people who do the same with us. They know we're the experts in podcasting, and they look up to us for our information around that. They're like, I want a podcast like you. I want a studio like what you've got.
So video podcasting is obviously, it's bigger now. It's there. It's people know about it. There are a lot of places that you can go and do this and create your own as well. We're very much advocates of like, get a phone, get a Bluetooth mic, you can create your own video podcast. But it's not just about that. It's about the next wormhole we fell down, which was how to make more of it.
Yeah, the strategy of it. Like, what does a podcast do for you? Is it just a conversation and done? Not at all. You should be using this one bit of content to create every other bit of content. So use a transcript to create a blog. You've got AI tools that can help you with that. Capture clips out of it. You've got an hour conversation. You're going to say some great nuggets in that. So start sharing those nuggets. What else can you do with it? You can just take quotes out of it, put it with an image and a nice bit of text. Create carousels. Like, there's so much you can use a podcast for. We've actually developed a blueprint that helps create this all for you as well.
It's funny, isn't it? When we first started and we said out of a 30-minute episode you can get 50 pieces of content. Now out of one soundbite you can get 8 pieces of content. Is how we... 8 to 9 again, and that's because you've got a carousel, a quote, an image, a black and white image with that,
a topic to talk about,
a blueprint, a post, a newsletter. There's so much. I mean, so we say 8 as a minimum, and in a podcast, like you say, in an episode where you've got 30 minutes, there are so many nuggets. You're walking away with hundreds of pieces of content so quickly, and marketing is the hardest part of a business. Going our full circle as we've done is, so how do you turn a half an hour conversation of your passion into your entire marketing strategy?
I'll use our blueprint.
All right.
It is the power of a conversation is unbelievable. The amount of information you share that you don't even know you share as well.
Yeah.
Which is the power of a conversational podcast. So 2 people just talking away. You can say so many things that are relevant and important and hit what your audience wants. And you can cut them up. You can create a blog. You need to use the tools to do it, and you can use tools like ChatGPT to help break all that down for you if you don't have time to do it. You can use tools like Descript, vidIQ, Kuso now. There's another one, but they help generate clips, create your transcripts, create carousels, create content from it. There's lots of tools like that. We specialise in this through YVT, repurposing content. So one piece of content, and I think this is something that people do get into the trap of, is they go, okay, I've made that bit of content, that's now finished. It's now done. I now need to make the next bit of content. That bit of content's done, next bit of content. And they're going, I've got to make something new all the time. Well, no, you don't. You can repurpose the same conversation. You can say the same thing over and over again, because your audience who hear it many times and are not buying are not your customer. The people that hear it the first time are more likely to be the customer.
And it resonates differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've done it, we've all done it, where you hear something and you're like, oh, that's interesting. And then you read it, and then it plops up in an image or however. Then someone else mentions it and says, oh, did you see that and you think, do you know what? I need this.
Yeah.
I want that. And it just depends how it resonates in that moment. And that could be fueled also by an emotion, by your emotion, by how it's delivered.
It can easily, but even down to a time of day. So algorithms
Yeah.
now are now feeding the content that you want at a specific time of the day. So Instagram Reels it might go, oh, you're arriving at work at 9 o'clock, because it knows where you're doing, and it knows the type of stuff that you want. During work hours, you're not going to be looking for slapstick comedy. You're going to be looking for, how can I improve my business? How can I improve my work? How can I improve my productivity?
Yeah.
There's these tips. Oh, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
You're hungry. I'm going to show you every
dinners?
air fryer.
What are these dinners? Yeah, 10 o'clock at night, we just don't want you to turn off. So we're going to put everything you find funny in front of you.
Yeah.
And you got to respect that the algorithm will do a lot of the work for you. You've just got to make sure that the quality is good enough for them to share. And then people will go, oh, I'm not getting seen, the algorithm's against me. No, it's just your work's not good enough. And it will, if you have a quality conversation, that is a good bit of content that's going to feed great information. It's going to be put in front of the right audience. You just need to figure out the best time for it.
And that's it, isn't it? Is the love here is of long form content.
Yeah.
But it's still being fed by the short form.
Yes.
So go and take the short form from what's already created,
yeah,
and feed that long. Because if people are willing to invest that 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and they keep investing that, they'll get to a point where they go, oh, do you know what? I'm just going to watch the entire thing.
Well, yeah, that's one thing that does happen. So YouTube is brilliant at this. Spotify is introducing it as well. So with every short that you put out on YouTube, you can link it to a video.
Right.
And so if it's a clip from that episode, link it to the video so people go, so there's a next step to it.
Yeah.
And they go into it. And you do just get people who would just watch shorts. That's all they watch. But then they're coming through and looking at your shorts page. So breaking them into parts, as much as everyone doesn't like part 1, part 2s, part 3s, it's getting them to your page. It's getting them to take a step, to build that connection with you if you're doing it as shorts. The long form podcast is, I'd say if you're starting out new, the first goal of it is to give you something to commit to, which will fuel your marketing, but also get you start building yourself as an authority. And then you'll be asked to go on other people's podcasts. You'll be asked to speak on stages. And then at those points, the ecosystem is you tell them about, if you want more information from me, follow my podcast. Tune into that. I release it every Monday at 7 o'clock.
Well, also, come and see me at this speaking gig. Come and do that.
On the podcast, yeah. You tell people about the activities
things
you're up to. But everything should fuel everything else, and everything like you're fueling, it will fuel the business.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to go, that was a great episode and buy it, here's my money. No, it's going to take 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 20, 30 times before they actually start going, here's my money.
Okay. We are very, very nearly out of time. We're obviously going to grab all the links and things like that so that people can go and connect, go and find out more about the video podcasting packages and other things that you've got available via the description and show notes. There's 2 channels on YouTube for your video team.
Yes.
One is your cheerleading channel, as
yeah,
it were.
So your video team, YVT_UK, if you're searching for us on YouTube, is about the production that we do. There are information about some stuff that we have on there, some things that go onto our website and videos like that, but it's a lot of the stuff that we produce.
There's a lot of us at conferences interviewing exactly like this, really. Yeah. You'll see some of the other Kent Business Show interviews that we've done and things like that on there. It's from all the events we go to, we take our studio with us.
It's a collaboration channel.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
What it is.
And then we've got the newer channel.
It's a brand new channel called The Podcast People.
Yes.
The Podcast People YVT, which is where I'll be teaching or will be teaching people about podcasting, how they can take it into their own hands and start creating this content.
Fantastic. Ben, surreal, strange. Loved it though. Thank you very much for joining us on the Kent Business Show.
Thank you, lovely meeting you.
I'll send you back and we'll have all those links in the description below. If you've enjoyed this episode and you're a Kent-based business owner with a story to share, we'd love to hear from you. You can find out how to be a guest on the Kent Business Show using the link below. Be seen, be heard, be unforgettable.